What's up, everybody? My name is Hutch. I make videos, put them on the internet. And today I started my day not unlike any other day, where I just sort of groggily turn over and try and grope my girlfriend for a little bit, at which point she tells me she needs to go to work and I need to get my hands off of her. After that, I give myself about 5 minutes to let the sting of rejection sort of pass. Then I pull out my phone and check Twitter and the news. Today I open Twitter and I see a couple things that stuck out to me, but the thing that really stuck out to me was I saw someone had posted an article from TMZ that stated that Manny Pacquiao yesterday actually posted a Bible verse that called for the death penalty for homosexuals. Then he deleted it. It's funny because this is after he apologized for saying the things that he did, and if you don't know what he said, he basically compared homosexuals to animals. Basically said they were less than animals because in his mind, animals don't perform homosexual acts on each other, which is just categorically false, not true. Either way, that's what he said, and then he apologized for that, presumably because he was afraid that his sponsors were going to drop him. And then once his sponsors did drop him, he posts this tweet, and it fucking pissed me off. Here's the thing: I know that I can't change Manny Pacquiao, and I know that I'm not going to change Manny Pacquiao supporters' mentalities on this topic. I know that. I know that it's not up to me to get on Twitter and to change the world. As much as like my idealistic self wants that, I don't want that at the same time. I responded on Twitter and I basically expressed my disgust at this human being. And I had a few people disagree with me and there were some exchanges, but it was all pretty civil, I think. Like there was nothing nasty. It was just people strongly disagreeing with me. And it just got me thinking. I'm going to go off on a little tangent here and I'm going to explain something to you guys. When I was growing up, I went to a private Catholic school. There was 35 of us in the entire class, all the way from first grade to 8th grade. And then once we got to 9th grade, it was like 100 people all the way up until the time we graduated. So it was a really small class. I've always been in small classes. And growing up, I dealt with a lot of bullying. I don't know if I've ever talked about this in a video, but you know, this was like, I don't know, 25 years ago. So I feel okay talking about it. I should hope so. But bullying was a regular part of my life when, I'm going to guess that I was at the very bottom rung of my class for a long time. And I know, surprising, right? If there was one thing that I could count on when I got to school every day, it was that I was going to be surrounded by people that wanted to shame me and put me down. And that was a part of my day-to-day life. And I think that really has an effect on you. What ended up happening for me is it ended up being a very constructive way to deal with that, and to find some common ground socially with my peers. I'm thankful that I ended up being friends with like everybody by the time I graduated high school. I got along fine with everybody. But the way that I got there is I focused on learning how to make people laugh. Like, what can I do to be zany and funny today? If I can get them to laugh, then they're not making fun of me. And it worked. It took a little bit of time, but eventually I think it worked in a sense that people did laugh at my jokes. People did think I was funny, and after a while people started inviting me to parties and things like that. You know, and here's one thing I will say is that I ended up becoming a bully myself somewhat in an attempt to deal with my own being bullied. So I focused on this other kid and tried to make it about him than me. So I'm no saint, I'm no angel, but it was a pretty natural response to a pretty fucked up situation when I was a kid. But what I want to tell you guys is that I think that experience of being marginalized has really shaped my thinking of the world around me. And now whenever I see any group of people that's being marginalized, I tend to speak up about it. And so what I want to say to you guys is this. I think that it is perfectly fine for Manny Pacquiao to say whatever he wants to say on Twitter. I would never in a million years want Twitter to come up with some algorithm to find out who's racist and who's bigoted and who's sexist and who's this and that, and then just like wipe them off the face of the internet. I don't think that that's the solution to anything. On the same note, just as Manny Pacquiao is allowed to say whatever he wants to say on Twitter, so am I. And I believe that it's the responsibility of people that consider themselves to be reasonable, rational, thoughtful people that when you see something that you find abhorrent or something that you find disgusting, it is your responsibility to speak up about that. For me, it's like a compulsion. I physically can't help myself. So when I see someone speaking up against homosexuals in 2016, and I have the power to sort of counteract that, and especially hopefully set an example for young people, I think I feel okay about that. Sometimes I'll get in my head and be like, man, I feel like I'm being a little preachy today. I don't think it got to that point today. I think when you see me doing like the 30 to 40 tweet, streams of consciousness about a particular topic, then probably I've gone a little bit overboard then. But I wanted to make this video today to send a message to anyone out there who is also kind of disgusted by what they see. That it's okay to speak up about it. I'm not saying that, there's a lot of lines that I wouldn't cross, but me being openly critical of Manny Pacquiao is, I think, completely normal and a reasonable thing to do. And I want, I guess what I envision for the world is that we can have open and honest discussions with each other. We can disagree even passionately with each other, but at the same time, we can still try to find a way to be respectful to one another. And I fail at that more than most, I think, on social media. So I'm not painting myself out to be a saint in that regard, but I think that's possible. Anyways, share your comments, share your thoughts in the comments section. Let me know what you guys think. I have no idea if this is going to be a regular thing anymore. I just felt like, I had an opportunity this morning to just fire up the webcam and just hit record because it was something that I just felt so strongly about. And I haven't really done this on this channel. I used to do this on this channel all the fucking time, every day for a long time. And people really dug that. And I had a lot of stuff just go on in my personal life that really distracted me from YouTube and Twitch. And so it's easy to kind of lose the habit of being personal and personable with you guys, and that's something that I intend on remedying this year. And really, it's kind of up to you guys. You guys decide what goes up on the channel, whether or not you know that. But yeah, let me know if this is something you like. Have a good weekend, guys. It's not quite the weekend yet, but we're rapidly approaching. Yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.